Hi again, this is Doug Williams with Viva Las Vegas Autos, bringing in another fantastic car. Some of my favorite cars are the first gen Mustangs. And this one is quite a special little car. This is a 1965 Mustang Convertible. This is an original A-code car with a 4-speed, originally from the factory. The drivetrain's original to the car. Although the car received a restoration probably a few years back, done very nicely, what I'd call a very top quality, driver quality vehicle in the sense of the body and paint and stuff like that. It's beautiful to look at, but I wouldn't call it concours or, you know, a garage queen or anything like that. There's a few, you know, minor blemishes on the paint, but overall, walking around this thing even at 10 to 5 feet, fantastic looks to this car. All the chrome and everything like that is fantastic. I would say the wheels, the original wheels, are the style steel wheels, probably could be either have a restoration on them or be replaced, probably cheaper than even restoring them. But they're in good shape still. The paint's wearing a little thin on those. But overall, again, nothing unsightly on the entire car. Anywhere you look, down the body lines and stuff like that, look fantastic. Doors open and shut perfectly. The power top on this car works perfectly. The original color of this car was silver blue with a white crinkle interior. It still has the white crinkle interior, but the exterior obviously been changed to red. Tires look like new, even though I think they're dated older, but conditionally wise, they're like brand new tires on there. As you can see, the style steel wheels there are just missing a little bit of paint. Nice cool little options like the trunk rack on the deck lid there. Some things that are really nice on the car is the trunk's been finished, custom finish. You'll see pictures of that in the ad. This is not a GT, as some people ask, you know, the difference between a GT and a regular Mustang. It does have just a single exhaust on it, even though it's an A code. And the GTs had the dual exhaust out the rear valance, but this one doesn't. But you can see the body lines are great on this car. When you see pictures of the undercarriage, they're beautiful because we restored the undercarriage. The original owners had done some patchwork, but we did not like the patchwork, and we wanted it to be a little bit higher upgrade than that. So we actually did a lot of metal replacement underneath there to make it look absolutely beautiful. And like I said, when you see the pictures of the undercarriage, it's absolutely gorgeous underneath there. The interior is beautiful, 4-speed with a rally pack. The digital, the clock on there is not a digital clock. It's original. It's an original rally pack. But the tachometer works, but the clock doesn't. It's got the auto sound Mustang stereo system in it and aftermarket air. Remote mirror, which is kind of cool too. You don't see that too often. Doesn't have the pony interior, but it does have the power top on it, like I mentioned earlier. Underneath the hood of the car, let's take a look there. It's all done in original fashion. Nothing really modified, other than you can see there with the air conditioning. That's a new air conditioning system on that, probably like Classic Air or something like that. But pretty much everything else is all original. It has the bigger master cylinder on the disc brakes. It does have front disc brakes on it too, which is great. Really a nice car. Runs out great. Everything works on it. You can see there on the fender the A code in the VIN there as well. But one thing nice about this vehicle from the day we bought it until even today, one thing I enjoy about this vehicle is its drivability. It's just a car that you can get in, start right up, and roll down the road, and it feels confident. The steering, oh, by the way, talking about steering, we completely redid all the entire suspension on this car, front to rear. Almost forgot about that. The entire front suspension, springs, all your A-arms and upper arms and everything like that, all done on this car. All the bushings, sway bar bushings, everything was done. On the rear, brand new leaf springs on there. The car sagged a little bit in the rear, so we went and redid all the springs in the rear as well. So again, from a drivetrain standpoint, this car is fantastic on the road, feels like it. And if you're looking for a car that you could get in every Sunday and take a nice ride, whether it's sunny out or maybe a sunny out that turns into a rainy day. That top can come up in just a few minutes, and we'll show you how that power top works. We're going to actually take a video of that and show you how that works. So first we got to take off the boot though, and we'll be right back after that boot's off. As you can see in the trunk, it's all been refinished in that molded black carpet that goes all over the entire trunk, which is really nice. And then underneath there's a spare. We even had that spare special made for that, or the cover made for it special, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and put the boot and its pads in the trunk. We'll take this car for a spin. I'll show you how the top works. Real easy. It goes up and down, smooth as can be. Car on or off, the top works. You see right there's a brand new tag with a brand new glass window top. What's nice is the glass window on this top that we put on, brand new. And we also changed the boot out in this because on the glass tops they need a deeper boot, so we put the correct boot, or the correct convertible well in the back there. And we're going to take this thing for a drive with the top down because it's such a nice day. But as you can see, it's a brand spanking new top, and new seals are beautiful on the thing. All the felts all new on the car. Part of the restoration, all that was done. So we're going to put this top back down. Show you how that does. It's as simple as it went up. And all these rubber seals are brand new. We put those on when we replaced the top. So those seals are all new on the car. Let's go for a spin. Inside you can see the tachometer. When I start this car up, use the right key. By the way, a whole bunch of keys come with this thing. But the clock doesn't work, but the tachometer does. See that working there. All the other gauges work great. Of course, it's got the aftermarket air, which gives you these under dash vents, which is nice. It opens up the space down here from the old original systems. Of course, the auto sound modernized tape system in it, and that's brand new as well. And day-night mirror as well. Driver's mirror is remote, which is pretty cool. The dash looks like brand new, also part of the original restoration. And none of the little stuff was missed. Like underneath here, you see the mustache chrome things here. Sometimes when people do restorations, they don't put that stuff on, and this car has all that. So it's all part of the car. And done well. Steering wheel looks great. It's in great shape. The horn's weak, but we'll make sure that's not before we sell the car. Let's take it for a spin. And one of the things I love about an A-Code is it's got the 4-barrel carburation on it, which gives it great power. You can open up that power even more on this car if you want, with dual exhausts. Now, and one of the things we do with our clients is sometimes our clients request to have additional things done to their cars when they're buying them from us, because we do build Mustangs. On this particular car, it doesn't have power brakes and doesn't have power steering, but those things could be added on, along with like a dual exhaust if you wanted something like that. We all have that done in-house. And could have that all done for you if that's what you choose to do. So one thing about our cars, we do sell them at great prices. When you reach a reserve on one of these cars, you'll know that you've bid a fair number, because it'll be at a fair figure that reserve is. Now, don't ask me what that is, because why do that? That doesn't promote bidding on auctions, obviously. So, and don't send me an email asking me for my bottom line, because it is an auction, and I like to keep those fair for people who are serious bidders. But we love having conversations about our cars, and often, probably 9 times out of 10, we will have clients call us and make a deal prior to an auction ending. And I'm always open to doing that. I have no problem with having a conversation with somebody finding out what they're willing to pay for the car, what their budget line is, and if it works with us, I'm going to sell the car. I'm here to sell cars, not here to keep them. And I know my pricing is always way better than what I see out on the market nationally, what people are asking for these things, and their quality I know is fantastic on our cars. We go through them to really check, make sure things were done properly. You see here too, this pickup on this car is excellent. Hit fourth gear at 70 miles an hour. I shouldn't say that because you're going to see speed limit sign here in a second. But I slowed down quickly to that speed limit. So thank you to our fine officers in blue here in Boulder City. They watch out for me pretty good. But again, we try to make our cars as best as we can, and this car is a fantastic ride, fantastic drive. That suspension and steering feels perfect on the car. The alignment we had done as well when we changed out all the suspension. A lot of work's been done on the car. The clutch is great, no issue there. And driving down the road, the temperature stays excellent on the temperature. No issues there. So, if you have any questions about buying this car, I'd love to have a conversation with you. And that's what I mean is a conversation. I found over the years that nothing gets done by email. Nothing real gets done. It really only happens over a conversation over the phone. And it's not passe for people to not, nowadays, phone calls are great. I'd love to have a phone call with you about the car and answer any question that you might have. So call me at 702-353-7500, and I think you'll be pleased with, one, what you can buy the car for, and two, the kind of service and communication that I have with you as a buyer. Love to have your business. Thanks again. We'll see you again. Doug at Viva Las Vegas Autos. Bye-bye.